Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the final day in the life video for DPT school. Crazy enough, we are in the final week. Graduation is at the end of this week, and I only have clinic, as I mentioned at the end of the last video, Monday and Tuesday of this week. So it's really getting to the end, and I'm excited for today because I know that this will be my chance to really be independent, as well as at the same time get as much mentorship as I can while being in that independent state. Because at the end of last week, I think I forgot to mention my other clinical instructor, since that was my last day with her on Thursday, gave me full reins. I was able to do basically everything on my own, and they were just there to support me throughout the day. So it was a really wonderful experience to truly get to feel like I was on my own. But thinking about the logistics of the end of the experience, we have to finish the CPI, which is our assessment of how we performed over the clinical. So I have a feeling we'll be doing that on Tuesday. I started a little bit of it last night, but I'll make sure to get it done tonight. And then on top of that, I finished yesterday my clinic project, which is kind of an organization system for all of the donated orthotics that they have at the hospital. So I think that will really help them with their organization regarding those things, making sure that they're keeping track of them, especially as we move into the new rehab space, which we're either doing today or tomorrow. So I'm kind of excited to see when that's going to happen. Good morning, everyone, and it is finally our last day of our final clinical. I am so excited. Yesterday, I was given a good bit of independence, just getting to do things as I kind of would on my own, so that was super fun. And now today, we might be moving up to the 10th floor. I'm going to kind of find out when we get in there, but I have my bag of all of the things for basically my coworkers, some treats. I have my clinic project that's all finished and good to go. And then one surprise that I'll tell you guys about probably tomorrow after I finish it. So yesterday was a day in itself, and there was a lot to navigate for my last day. It was definitely very eventful because it started off with the morning. Of course, as I had mentioned before, my clinical instructor was planning to be in another clinic for the day, so she wasn't going to be there for the morning, and I was just going to take care of our patients with one of the other therapists. And so as a result, they were in a different part of the hospital. I had gotten there after I had recorded what I was saying in the morning beforehand, and I swiped my badge on the reader, and I didn't hear the click that I normally do on the door to get in, and I tried it again, and I found out that my badge didn't have access anymore. And I think it was just because it was my last day, and the people who were programming the cards assumed that then I didn't need access on that day. So then I had to go around the building, get to another entrance, and finally made it inside. And then I, of course, tried to use my badge on one of the other readers within the hospital to see if it was working, and of course it didn't. So I had to contact my clinical instructor, who was trying to figure it out remotely with me and connected me with one of the other therapists. I finally made it into the floor that we are normally on for rehab, because I thought that we hadn't moved yet. And then after successfully getting through there without any badge access, then I had to figure out how to get up to the new rehab floor because that was where we actually were. So then I finally got in contact with another one of the therapists. They let me in. But then my clinical instructor just told me to come on downstairs to where she was in clinic so that I got to join for at least one of those sessions before I went up to the 10th floor to go where we actually were intended to go at the start of the day because we had officially moved up, but I just wasn't fully aware that that was where we were starting the day yet. So I made it up there, had great interactions with my patients for the day. It was really wonderful getting to chat with those who are still there, the rehab patients and the pseudo rehab patient that I have been working with, and getting to kind of say my goodbyes. And in particular, one that really sat with me was when I was chatting with our pseudo rehab patient, and their family was just so thankful for all of the work that I had done with their child. And the father actually had given me a little bracelet that I then wore for the rest of the day, of course, and was still wearing by the second time that I had gone to see them for the day. And the mother almost went to tears as she was thanking me. And it was just so nice to, again, just kind of see that impact that I am able to have in this profession as a whole, because it's really motivating, going out. And now by the end of this week, I will officially have the PT and DPT behind my name and get to go and do this on my own. So it was just a wonderful way to end things. And I had brought treats for all of the therapists. And as you saw earlier today, I had gone back to the hospital since most people on our unit do kind of a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or they do a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday type of schedule. So I wanted to make sure to thank all of the people on staff because I really appreciated everything that they had done for me, and so that I could say goodbye to my other clinical instructor. And that was wonderful in itself because it was great to just see everyone and just kind of chat with them before I left, say my goodbyes, and actually hear a little bit about some of the patients that I had been working with that are on other therapist schedules that they had told me they were asking, oh, is Kyle going to be back? Is he going to be back tomorrow to help treat again? And of course, they had to tell them that I was done with my experience and wouldn't be back, but it just meant a lot to kind of hear that even those patients that I didn't get to fully say goodbye to, or because of the condition that has admitted them to the hospital, they don't have the best memory or they're emerging and things like that, are still remembering me and know that I'm someone on their care team. So that was a wonderful way to end things. But now I'm just kind of relaxing for the rest of this evening. Didn't do too much today just because today is kind of the travel day to allow everyone to get back to campus after their clinical experience. And then tomorrow is when we are going to have our exit interviews. So we'll get to see all of each other again, all of my classmates. So I'm super excited for that, get to chat with the faculty and kind of give feedback on the program as a whole. So it'll be a great opportunity and I'm super excited for it. But I do have a few things to finish up for the video that I am posting. For you guys, it will have been this past Thursday, but I just want to make sure that I get all the details done so that it comes out well for you guys. So I'm going to work on that, and I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow. Well, I realize it has been a little while since I last spoke to you all, and that's really because I am just soaking in the moments, really trying to live in the present, so I am sorry if I am not recording as much, but just because I have worked so hard in the past 2.5 years, I am taking my chance to really take it all in, because it is incredible how I am to this point with commencement tomorrow, where we'll be doing the hooding ceremony, and I truly get to enter the profession as a doctor of physical therapy. So I am so excited for that. But just to kind of recap everything that's happened in the past 2 days, essentially on Thursday, we had our exit interviews. It was a great opportunity to say hi to everyone again, get to catch up, see how everyone's doing, and just kind of relax together, not having any stresses about school on our minds, and provide that feedback to our faculty members in our small groups and doing all of the forms that they requested us to finish to make sure that they can continue to improve as a program, because they have been such a great program, and it will be nice to kind of see how the feedback that we provided might potentially help our future cohorts that are going through to help them have an even better experience than we did. But then today, basically just got to spend time with my family because they had gotten in later last night, got some dinner with them, and I really just spent the morning with them doing some breakfast. We went and played some board games together, and then we just got ready to go over to our PT school convocation, where we got to see lots of the alumni, recognize some of our clinical instructors, as well as our faculty member and some of our fellow students with some awards, which was wonderful. And then, of course, shout out to our class president, Angela, for a wonderful speech that included aspects from all of the things that we as a class have achieved in our time in PT school, as well as our faculty speeches as well. They were so wonderful. It's incredible just reflecting back on this entire journey as a whole, and I'm excited to really feel it come to true fruition tomorrow at commencement. So that will be happening at about 2 p.m. I think in the morning we might be doing breakfast and then potentially getting together with some of my classmates to get some last group photos just before we have to turn in our regalia after the commencement on Saturday. And then we're going to have a little celebration with all of our families together. So it should be a very fun day and a good way to end my PT experience as a whole. So I'll make sure to update you guys after all of that is done. And with that, we've made it to the end of DPT school. It is insane how we are at the end of a 2.5-year journey on top of the years beforehand, preparing for and getting into DPT school. I have made so many new friends, had so many new experiences, and so many things that I am so thankful for, including the support from all of you guys on my YouTube channel. And I am so excited for what is to come with all of the new opportunities that have opened up for me now that I am a doctor of physical therapy. I remember on my first day of physical therapy school, the fact that I was so nervous. I was wondering if I was going to be prepared for this journey as a whole, to make it through, especially being surrounded by so many wonderful classmates who have also achieved so much both prior to and throughout DPT school, and just giving myself the grace to know that there was a reason why I had made it into PT school, and knowing that even though in my first anatomy class, when I didn't perform the best on my first anatomy exam, of course by no means failed, but was a bit too close compared to what I had wanted or what I was used to, and seeing how far I have come and being able to perform well in my clinical experiences, being able to pass the MPT on the first time, it's just so wonderful to see how much I have achieved and how much I have changed over time through this experience because of all of the wonderful people that I have met. So I just want to end by saying thank you all so much. I couldn't have done it without all of you, and I appreciate you coming along on this journey with me, and I'm excited to share more as I go into the working world as a doctor of physical therapy. But with that, that's the end of this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe down below for more content related to the physical therapy profession as a whole. I can't thank you all enough for watching. This has been KBDPT, and I'll see you all in the next video.